Sharon, hi!
Hi!
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to Visovice, welcome to Masters of Rock.
Yes.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine. It's great weather. People are enjoying themselves. We had a signing session right now, and it was really lovely. A lot of people came, so yeah.
Well, the crowd sounds very eager and excited.
Yes.
Are you excited about tonight's show as
Yes,
well?
of course. Always. It's always fun to play here. I'm not sure. Is it the fourth time? I think something like that, or fifth time even. So it's like a lot of times we came here, and it's always fun.
But I believe that you have been coming back to the Czech Republic for more years, right? It's been a lot. Do you know how long? About?
The Czech Republic, I think the first time we played here was in 1998. So that's a long time.
It's like 25 years.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so are you planning on like moving here or something?
Well, I saw the countryside, I love it, so maybe, who knows?
Well, definitely we're happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm really glad you have time to talk to us. I have a few questions for you.
Yeah, of course.
I wanted to ask, first of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Sharon just had a birthday like 2 days ago.
Yes.
Okay, did you celebrate on the tour?
No, I'm at home I was on holiday at home. So I was in Spain, so I've been there, and I flew over to Vienna to be here today.
Okay. Your latest album was released in 2019,
yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It's called Resist.
Yeah.
Very good. And since then, you've released several singles.
Yeah.
What is or what led you to that? To that idea to release singles only, not the full album?
Well, we felt like it's maybe very traditional to release an album. And if you have a certain song that you really believe in, just release it right on the spot. And otherwise you have to wait like 2 years, 3 years maybe sometimes in our case, before it ends up on the album. So we felt like, okay, we're gonna release before an album has even been written, some singles and see where it gets us. We did decide now that we are still gonna release an album, because we do feel that a lot of people would love to have the album, physical album as well. So it's vinyl and CD, and so we did decide eventually to still put it on the album and with some extra new songs, and but it did bring us a lot of things, I must say, because we had a lot of publicity, because also COVID happened, and you saw a lot of people actually doing this in this way, and it was, I think, for a lot of people a nice way to still be busy with music, and for us it was really a pleasure to do it this way. So yeah.
I think like even though the COVID was like a troubled year for everybody, it was very potent in the end, because like a lot of musicians were in the studios recording, composing.
There's a lot of things coming out right now.
There are. Okay, and about the latest single that is out, I think it's called Wireless. I watched the video and I was very touched, by the topic you chose for that.
Yeah.
It's a very sensitive topic, but you weren't afraid. You were brave enough to speak about or sing about it.
Yeah.
What led you to that?
Well, it's the war between Russia and Ukraine. We've been to both countries and we had a lovely time many times in both countries. Met a lot of beautiful people, and we're very sad about this war. And we think it's very unjustified to have this war in the Ukraine at this moment and any moment. But we don't support the war. And so we want to support Ukraine in a way, and sometimes we bring out the flag on stage, and we were very much inspired by what's happening at the moment. So we wrote several songs more or less about this war, but also some other stuff that's happening in the world, which the basic topic is actually freedom of people. And Wireless is actually about a soldier going to war and finding out that the country doesn't need to be liberated, and that was what he was told he was going to do, and finding himself between two things: a government that wants him to go to war, and facing a country that doesn't want to be liberated because they're not occupied, and fighting back, so they're not embraced as heroes. And on the other hand, also you're there with your brother, your father, maybe our friends, doing the same in the same situation. You're between fires, and that was just in the thought experiments, like, okay, this is a story that probably somebody's going to tell in the future. Like, I didn't ever want this war either, but I was there. So, and it's about propaganda. It's about people brainwashed, thinking they're doing the right thing maybe, and finding out they're not.
And what is the reaction of your fans to that topic or to that song even?
It's very diverse. There are people who understand, and it's just a story. We're storytellers, and it's just one side of how you can see something happening in the war, of course. But it's the whole topic that we're trying to give attention, because a lot of wars start by propaganda. And it's just history repeating again, and so unfortunate that we haven't learned. And you see, most people are supporting the fact that we talk about this openly, but there's also a part that really doesn't understand and say we shouldn't talk about politics. But it's. I think everybody has the right to do everything. That's why we're living in a democracy, right? So,
and I think it's very brave, because it's a very like a thin line between like being just a musician and being the musician who also tells something and has the power to somehow have the influence on other people. And I could see because I've been watching and I've been listening, to your music. I could see that the topics are sometimes very personal, sometimes about struggles, sometimes about pain, sometimes about motivation.
Yeah.
I love The Whole World Is Watching. That's my favorite song.
Oh, really?
Of all.
Oh, thank you.
Because it brings inspiration and motivation.
Yeah.
And I think people need that.
Yeah.
So how do you choose the topics for your lyrics?
Well, you see that the things that inspire us always are coming lately from the last few years, mainly of what's happening in the world actually. And those are the things that inspire us. And music is a strange thing, because sometimes you don't even have the intention to write about a certain topic, but it represents itself like magic, like, okay, apparently this is in my mind and I really need to say something, it's really in my heart, so I need to talk about it, and then that's what we follow. It's like a compass. It's a bit a strange way of explaining music, but I remember that Tori Amos said, when she wrote Cornflake Girl, she said, like, it was behind the cornflakes, she was in the supermarket, it was behind the It's a strange way, but I think musicians understand what I mean. It's like, all of a sudden, it's there. It's a topic that's maybe a far off topic that we're talking about, but it works in the same way. Music represents itself. It's just boiling up in your brain, somewhere, a soul or something. Yeah.
All right. You also recently released the double album Mother Earth.
Yes.
Okay. What is it about?
A double album of Mother Earth? You mean the vinyl? Or?
Yep.
Yeah, well, it's more like that we know that a lot of people want to have the vinyl still, so there is a re-release of that. So yeah, but it's a lot of people like Mother Earth still. So
right. And you said also you mentioned that you are recording. You're in the studio currently.
Yes, correct.
So you are like running between the stage and the studio.
Yeah, well,
it must be very challenging.
Yeah, it is challenging. I must say that we finally finished it this week, actually yesterday.
Excellent.
Very happy about that. The last things, like cover, everything, the booklet and stuff. So it's been busy, but it's fun doing it and finalizing it. Yeah.
We're excited. So when do you think you're gonna release it?
I can't tell you the date yet, but it's going to be after the summer and between Christmas, somewhere.
So this year.
Around Christmas, maybe at least after the summer and between Christmas.
Very cool. Okay, so we're excited. Enjoy the show.
Thank you very much, and look forward to it.
Please come back again.
I will.
And enjoy the summer.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you too.